International Mother Language Day, IMLD, 2021 has been celebrated at the UN headquarters. The event was co-organized by the permanent missions of Bangladesh, Brazil, Canada, Egypt, Jordan, Lithuania and New Zealand to the UN. Organized for the 5th consecutive year, the event was also co-sponsored by the UN Secretariat and the UNESCO. Due to the COVID-19 related restrictions, the event was held virtually and was telecast at the UN Web TV. The President of the General Assembly Mr. Volkan Bozkir attended the event and delivered his remarks. Along with the permanent representatives of the co-organizing countries, the UN Coordinator for Multilingualism and the Under-Secretary-General of the UN Department of Global Communications shared their thoughts.
So this tendency, this movement in Canada is growing. This linguistic diversity is a reflection of who we are becoming as a society, which is increasingly diverse, increasingly multilingual, and increasingly multicultural. We see this as a matter of strength. Indeed, it's a key feature of our identity. It's a vital component, as our Prime Minister has said, of our national fabric.
A pre-recorded video statement from Director General UNESCO and a message from the Mayor of New York was presented during the event. The permanent representative of Portugal in his capacity of the chair of the Group of Friends on Spanish Language also spoke at the event. The permanent representative, PR, of Bangladesh to the UN Ambassador Rabab Fatima made the welcome remarks and moderated the event.
UNESCO of the 21st of February as International Mother Language Day in 1999 and eventually endorsed by the UN General Assembly in 2000. The proclamation was an outcome of an international campaign spearheaded by a group of expatriate Bangladeshis to honor the language martyrs who made supreme sacrifices to uphold their mother language Bangla. I take this opportunity to recall with gratitude the contribution of our expatriate Bangladeshi community. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina led the intergovernmental efforts leading to the declaration of 21st of February as the International Mother Language Day. She was also instrumental in establishing the International Mother Language Institute in Dhaka for the preservation of the languages of the world, including those endangered and becoming extinct. That institute was inaugurated by the then UN Secretary General Kofi Annan in 2001. A language museum has also been set up in the institute for preserving and undertaking research on extinct and endangered languages. Excellencies, dear colleagues, going back a little into history, on the 21st of February 1952, a group of fearless youth, mostly students, stood against the ruling of the state to take away our right to speak in our mother tongue, Bangla. Many of those protesters that day took bullets to uphold the cause and their right to the language. Their sacrifice eventually led to Bangla being given the status of state language. In Bangladesh, we observe the day as Shohid Dibosh, Language Martyrs Day, which is integrally linked to our identity and movement for independence. I pay my humble homage to the language martyrs. Our founding father, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, had led the language movement in 1952 and subsequently rallied the nation to the War of Independence. And I pay my profound tribute to him. In September of 1974, as the leader of newly independent Bangladesh, he addressed the UN General Assembly in Bangla. That was the first time Bangla was spoken at the United Nations. Bangla is now the 8th largest speaking language that is spoken around the world globally.
The President of the UN General Assembly Volkan Bozkir in his address thanked Bangladesh Permanent Mission for leading the observance of IMLD in the UN. He and other speakers acknowledged Bangladesh's distinct role in the proclamation of International Mother Language Day by the UN and also lauded Bangladesh for its leadership in promoting mother language and multilingualism globally.
And to preserve and protect those identities. The over 6,000 languages spoken around the world demonstrate the rich cultural diversity of our planet. The theme for this year, Fostering Multilingualism for Inclusion in Education and Society, recognizes that multilingualism and languages support inclusion and the focus of the Sustainable Development Goals on leaving no one behind. As member states build back better from the challenges arising from the COVID-19 pandemic, multilingualism and inclusion must be part of education efforts. Today, only a few hundred languages have genuinely been given a place in education systems. Less than 100 are used in the digital world. The United Nations General Assembly recognizes the importance of multilingualism. In 2017, we called upon member states to promote the preservation and protection of all languages used by peoples of the world. And multilingualism is also important within the General Assembly itself.
The event included a multilingual cultural component. The UN Chamber Music Society brought together 3 performances from different regions in the world, showcasing the power of music in promoting linguistic and cultural diversities. The performances included an opera from South Africa in an extinct language called Xhosa, an instrumental by a French performer and a tribute to Tagore by a Japanese artist. In addition to that, the theme song of the IMLD and Language Martyrs Day, Amar Bayrak Rangono e Kushi February, was performed in multiple languages by the students of the Asian University for Women. The celebration ended with a short video message in 38 different languages from the students of United Nations International School. The virtual event was full to its capacity with the presence of senior diplomats of a large number of member states, UN officials, media personalities and civil society representatives. Bongshai News. New York.